Dentsu Malaysia, Google Malaysia, InMobi, Redhill and Tier 1. Here are our top 5 stories for this month. Hi everyone, my name is Aiman and welcome back to MARKETECH APAC Reports, where we review the top 5 stories on MARKETECH APAC for the month. This June, it's a great list and it's a great mix of global and region-bound stories. The end of Ramadan, or Hari Raya, was celebrated last month, and one of our stories remained to be in tribute of the festivity. We also saw this month to be a great tie-up between two marketing platforms that will see the launch of a new brand lift solution. And speaking of partnership, we have another one on the list this time. Two companies that seek to boost advertising in esports. Every month, a staple feature comes out on the rankings, new company appointments, and later you'll find out which global and local companies unveiled new marketing leaders. Rankings are based on Google Analytics from the period of 16 May to 15 June. And without further ado, let's get to them, shall we? We have a very interesting story for our number 5. Philippine headquartered esports talent agency for Southeast Asia, Tier 1 Entertainment, has recently partnered with media and communications group in the country, Group M, to achieve one common goal: decentralize advertising in esports and have more mainstream brands to hop on the booming industry. Esports remain to be endemic dominant where most often than not, esports fans are only able to view ads from purely esports brands as well. Tier 1 is the only esports company that Group M has partnered within the country, and Tier 1 is looking to leverage Group M's portfolio of mainstream brand accounts such as FMCG brands, P&G, Unilever, Nestle, Colgate-Palmolive, and PepsiCo. We spoke with Joanne Liavore, CCO of Tier 1 Entertainment, to share with us what we can expect with the partnership.
So it's been a long-term goal of Tier 1 to partner with the best, and that's Group M. That's identified. We've identified that for quite some time already. It's a go-to-market strategy of Tier 1 Entertainment to really cover the non-endemic advertising space. So part of the endemic brands, we've been covering it for like almost 4 years, and we've kind of have that covered already. But we know that in the past 2 years, we already see some potential to be able to cover that. So when I came into Tier 1, that's when we started to really institutionalize and standardize everything when it comes to our strategy to cover it's a blue ocean of non-endemic brands out there. So it's really huge, and we know the potential is really huge also to be able to scale the business.
Thank you, Joanne. What great news for brands looking to enter the esports market. For our top 4 story, we have Dentsu in Malaysia. Dentsu's media division has just unveiled 3 new key senior hires, and each of them is in charge to be at the wheel of their division's major departments such as its media investment and e-commerce practice. Asha Nair will be the new managing director of media investment and platforms. Jing Wen Fu, the new e-commerce director, and Hamant Jayaraman, the new partner and agency brand lead of Dentsu X. According to Dentsu Malaysia, the new line of leadership is part of the evolution of Dentsu's recent rebranding and transformed organizational design as they aim to build a powerful end-to-end marketing and communications offering for brands. Diraj Raina, the CEO of Dentsu Malaysia's media division, and who was just inducted himself only at the start of the year, spoke with MARKETECH APAC to share with us more about the firm's new movements.
We are on that journey of evolution. Obviously, there has been a recent rebranding that has happened in the Dentsu, right? And the whole transformed organizational design that we are working for. And the vision really is therefore to then create capabilities that are not just what it used to be historically for us, which is just media planning and buying, but you kind of create and add a very powerful end-to-end marketing and communication offerings, right? And we know today that starts from data, that starts from e-commerce, that starts from integration of technology with media creative and customer experience in that sense, right? So the new lineup that you're seeing of the leaders is primarily around creating these capability center of excellences within the organization, so that as the agency partner for our clients, we are in the best position to solve their marketing challenges.
Thank you, Dheeraj. We're looking forward to what more Dentsu Malaysia and its partners have more for us. For number 3 story, we also have another media communications firm bolster its internal operations, but this time a global communications agency, Singapore-based Redhill. Redhill, which has presence in US, UAE and countries all over APAC such as Malaysia, Philippines and Thailand, among others, has just announced 2 new managing directors, Maranel Castanino and Tavi Cosanel. Both Maranel and Tavi have been longtime members of Redhill team and have now been elevated to help bolster the firm's business. Through their new roles, Maranel will deepen her focus on brand leadership and corporate mandates in markets across Asia Pacific, specifically Singapore, Indonesia, India and Cambodia, while Tavi will focus on growing the agency's education, healthcare, luxury and lifestyle portfolios. Jacob Putten-Parabil, the CEO and founder of Redhill, sat down with MARKETECH APAC to tell us more about the new leadership.
We have now 3 MDs, including Pranav, Maranel, and Tavi.
Yes.
So we will give them more and more responsibilities. So, they are all young. So I think they have a lot of road to go. And when we started off itself, we had a plan that we want to be a company that is, we want to be a global company with strong Asian roots. And it's extremely vital for our growth that we have people who stay with us for a very long time, because as a people's-based industry, especially PR, a lot of the company culture is based on the long-term people that we have. We can't write those things down, or you can learn from a textbook. So I hope that we continue to grow like this, and more and more people celebrate their 5th year and 3rd year and 10th year celebrations with Redhill.
And now we are down to our top 2 story. And what great news for brands looking for more ways to measure their campaigns. India headquartered global in-app advertising solutions, InMobi, has just partnered with AdTech, the trade desk, for a new brand lift solution. InMobi will be making available its mobile-first consumer intelligence platform, InMobi Pulse, in the Trades Desk Demand Side Platform, DSP. Through this, brands will be able to develop in-app brand lift surveys to measure their metrics such as brand awareness, favorability, and intent to purchase, and other measures to determine campaign effectiveness. We conversed with Vasudha Argawal, Managing Director for Asia Pacific at InMobi, to know more about this new solution.
This partnership is really first of its kind between InMobi and the Trade Desk. And it provides brands and marketeers the ability to deterministically measure the incremental brand impact of their campaigns across digital media, mobile, web, desktop, and in-app. I think in the current environment, marketeers are under a lot of pressure to demonstrate the impact and ROI of their advertising dollars. And this particular partnership, between InMobi Pulse and Trade Desk gives them that opportunity to efficiently and accurately measure the efficacy of their campaigns. In terms of how this would work for marketers, basically it allows them to deliver in-app surveys both to an exposed group and a control group of users, which is users who've seen the ad and not seen the ad, and then measure the difference in the brand uplift metrics between these 2 groups.
Thank you, Vasudha, and what a great way to better get into consumers' perspective. For our top story for the month of June, YouTube's ad leaderboard for the top 10 Hari Raya ads in Malaysia. Last month, Muslims in Malaysia celebrated Hari Raya, or the end of Ramadan, and with this, brands took the opportunity to be in solidarity through heartwarming stories and campaigns. YouTube rounded up the top 10 with both local and international brands in Malaysia making it into the list. In no particular order, YouTube listed the top 10 Hari Raya ads from Malaysian brands, which is based on factors such as organic and paid views, watch time, and audience retention. Local giants Tenaga Nasional entered the list with its short film Wisdom with Ida. Insurance provider Etika also warmed hearts with a campaign on the value of togetherness, while e-commerce Lazada and Shopee also topped rankings with their Raya sales ad. Lars and Tonneson, head of marketing of Google for Singapore, Malaysia and South Asia, sat down with us to let us know on what really made the Hari Raya campaign stand out, besides the basic viewership count. He gave us 3 insights.
I think if you look at it overall, I think there's of course stuff that is common across all campaigns, but I think for this one, which is a specific Raya leaderboard, right? I think there's 3 key themes that I would love to share with you that we have identified. So I think the first one is brands that stood out stayed in tune with these core values of Hari Raya, right? And I think, again, everybody is going through this global pandemic, but going into the second year of COVID-19, right? Brands in Malaysia continue to play an important part of capturing and amplifying the spirit of Hari Raya. The second theme that we've seen is kind of brands who stood out also showed empathy and were able to build deeper connection with people through the stories they told in their ads, right? And then the third one would be where brands took a stand and I would say challenged societal norms, and they got the attention and support of viewers. It can be daunting, I know, for a lot of brands to take a difficult topic on and turn it into something of value. But I think brands who really dare to do it, and we've seen that on the YouTube Ads leaderboard this year as well.
Thank you, Lars. Those are great advice coming from Google's head of marketing himself. And with more festivities coming up this year, we're sure brands are on their toes for the next big creatives, and we are all excited. Alright guys, so there you have it, our top 5 stories for June, and what a great rundown of our latest happenings in the industry of marketing and advertising in APAC. And we hope that you enjoyed this as much as we did. If you're a brand watching, we're also looking forward to your story becoming part of our list. If you got an interesting story to share in the area of marketing, technology platforms and SMEs, just drop us an email at editorial@marketech-apac.com. This has been Arman. Thank you so much for watching, and we are looking forward to see you guys next month. Have a good one, stay safe, and have a great day.